Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys a perfect 2-0 to start the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys not quite as hot to start the year. 0-2 heading into this one. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, right there at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And
you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, it usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The numbers for him from a week ago, 9 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup.
Back to throw again. Madden hits him in stride. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Peters. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Second and a couple. They stay on the ground with Allen. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards results in a first down.
Off the play fake. Ham. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away.
It's now second and 10.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now back out comes the offense. Now early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A gain of 2 on the play.
From the gun on third down, McCormick. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for
now a second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Here now a third down and 8.
Out of bounds, just short of midfield.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And on now is the punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Result is a first down.
They go play action here on first down. From the 33, here's a second and 8.
Number 84. A gain of 2. Brings up
Looking to throw. Ham. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hines. They need 2. Here's third down. to throw. Ham. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Gain of 13 yards. And a first down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 4th down, Ham. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McCormick. Throw left side complete. That's Alexander. Here's 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw. McCormick in trouble, and he's taken down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And on 4th down, Ottage, the punt team sending this one away. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw in that play with a loss. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
From the gun on 3rd down, McCormick. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
4th down.
And they bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run with Allen. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
At the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 8. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
It's 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. Now this offense comes back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
3-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McCormick finding room at midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown! A big play there. 67 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, the camera's finally looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0.
14.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on third down. Ham. He'll try and do this himself. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilder, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there, not a big impact on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Ham. And to the right side here, it's Allen. On a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looking to throw. Ham. And that is incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off-play action. McCormick. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Deep ball. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun. McCormick. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Alexander. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 3rd and 3. Back to throw. McCormick. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
At the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCormick. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this one is right through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Oh, look at the juke. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense back to work now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This is intercepted. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive. McCormick. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. The slot man in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So these 2 teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Shifts by him. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Looking middle, and that's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, McCormick. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Operating from the gun, Ham. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Ham. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Throwing to start the drive. McCormick. His throw incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. McCormick. And he comes back with one complete. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
Back to throw. McCormick. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ham. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Ham. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ham. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back to throw. Ham. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2nd down and 8.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2.
Looking to throw. Ham. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. They'll go with the Bucks as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
To 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Seymour. And he'll work this one out to about the 38.
Gain at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it
from the gun on 3rd down. McCormick. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And on now is the punter, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw. Ham. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Back foot throw there is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Ham. He finds his man, complete. That's Hines. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
A gain of 12. Result is a 1st down.
Looking to throw. Ham. And he gets it down to the 32. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
To number 89.
Now Allen. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
Back to throw. Ham. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. McCormick. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it's second down. We have played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. Up the middle they go. It's Alexander. And they'll stop it after a gain of a couple to the 33. 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Operating from the gun, McCormick. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
At the 43-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. Alexander. And he stopped immediately there. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. McCormick. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ham. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ham finds Hines again for the completion. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And a first down. A gain of 7 and a first down.
Back to throw. Ham. A quick throw there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Ham. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. second down and 3.
Second and 3.
Operating from the gun. Ham. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
First down. It's a gain of 6. Result.
Now a carry for Allen. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Allen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. They'll run with Wilder. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
49-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Alexander. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. Up the middle they go. Seymour. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. McCormick. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing to start the drive. Ham. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Ham. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
From the gun on third down. Ham. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
25 yards. Result is a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Back to throw. Ham. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Looking to throw. Ham. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And even 100 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 4, a minute 52 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Peters.
That's good for a first down.
Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. Now 2nd down and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Back to throw.
48-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
12 yards.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with a minute 7 remaining. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup.
He's back to throw.
At the 36-yard line.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him, all focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go, first and goal. And 26 seconds now as the spike comes in. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow! Wow!
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass complete to Hines. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory. And they're going to need a miracle. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's first down.
First down. A gain of 12.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the home team here, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long.